Hi everyone, Paul Levy with Brownells here, and today we've got more new product. From DRD, we have their Paratus 20-inch 6.5 Creedmoor. Doesn't look like a 6.5 Creedmoor at first glance, but we're going to open it up, do a unboxing. And this is what you get with the Paratus. As you can see up here, you've got the barrel assembly. I'll take out the instructions and toss those aside. And down here, you've got foam layer, and then you've got the core components. You've got the receiver and handguard down there, and I'll pull those out real quick and assemble the Paratus. It's a pretty neat setup. So let's get the barrel out of here. You will notice that's Velcroed in. It's the first time I've actually gotten it out of here. So you've got Velcro straps, pull that out. You do have a CIRAC ordnance adjustable gas system, which is pretty nice. So also at the back, you've got a gas tube protector, and that's just threaded on via the barrel nut. So I'll go ahead and pull that off real quick. This barrel nut, you just install it on the upper receiver hand tight as well. So pull that off, set it aside. Aluminum protects it quite well. Set the barrel aside. I'll go ahead and pull out my receiver assembly, upper and lower, and then a nice feature, it has a Masada buttstock. So Magpul buttstock on that. I'll go ahead and pull out the guts here shortly as well. And then here we have the handguard assembly. So let me get this giant box out of the way. For a 6.5 Creedmoor 20-inch, it's actually pretty small. So, to assemble the Paratus, you need to make sure your bolt carrier is to the rear, which it is right now. I'm going to take my barrel assembly and install it like so. Make sure my gas tube, of course, goes through the port. So my index pin lined up, and now I just simply need to thread on the barrel nut. And this is just going to go on hand tight, for now at least. It does have index marks, so you can tighten it with a wrench if you like. Then I'll take my handguard, undo the quick detach lever, slide that over the fore end. Don't bang up the barrel too bad. And then it's going to index with the upper receiver right there. So you don't need to get the barrel nut super tight because that's going to index on the upper receiver. Oh, I forgot to take out the cross pin here. Get your cross pin out all the way back. You can see it index, nice and flush. Push this in. That indexes inside the barrel nut so the handguard can't move forward. And then I'm going to push down on my lever, and then it's nice and tight, free-floated barrel assembly. This is also a side charger, so I can charge it like this, or I can use the built-in Phase 5 bolt release, like so. So there's an assembled DRD Paratus. I'll pull it out real quick, the bolt carrier group, so you can see what that looks like, because obviously it doesn't reciprocate into the buttstock, and I think you'd like to see that. So you take it down, takedown pin over to the side, and then you can't just hinge it open because the recoil spring is engaging the lower receiver right here. So push this forward, and then it hinges upwards while you control the recoil spring, because that's going to want to shoot out. So there's your recoil spring and guide rod. And then I can pull out my bolt carrier, which I think you guys would get a kick out of seeing. You can see it right there. So it's basically a DI style 308 bolt carrier group cut down, and then they have this extension which engages the recoil spring and guide. Pretty clever design. So right there you have the DRD Paratus in 20-inch 6.5 Creedmoor. From Raven Concealment, we have their Top Stop. This is used when you take your upper receiver off your AR-15 and you don't want debris getting in there. You simply apply this to your upper receiver and you're good to go. It'll keep it nice and clean. That's the Top Stop. Also from Raven Concealment, new, we have the P-Run holster. This is a pretty interesting design, completely ambidextrous, so you lefties out there should be pretty happy. From the box, you get everything you see right here, including additional attachments. It's not just the attachments here. There are reversible ones, of course, if you want to set it up for ambidextrous or left-hand use. It is a polymer holster with complete protection up on the sides. And this particular one is for a Glock 19, but it's also available in other popular pistols. That's the P-Run from Raven. Next up, we have the Edulon, which is also a polymer injected holster from Raven. And this one's also completely ambidextrous, so it's inside the waistband and appendix carry if you like. You can see it has various attachment methods. and it includes various hardware. So depending on your type of carry, or if you want to switch up your type of carry, you can adjust. Again, this one's for a Glock 19, but again, available for various types of carry. Again, completely ambidextrous, pretty interesting. One of the few holsters on the market that can do that. And then also from Raven Concealment, we have the Copia magazine system. This one right here has pretty much everything. It's also available as single magazine pouches. So you can have a single double stack magazine pouch or an AR-15, or you can buy this system with the 3 combined. And it's available in a few other configurations as well. Polymer construction, you've got standard belt loop attachment methods, and it's pretty robust. It would be awesome for LE or say even 3-gun. That's the new Copia magazine system. New from Torchwear, we have their Suppressor thermal covers. These are designed by a company that's used to doing thermal protection for welders, so they know their stuff and what's needed to protect you and your equipment from high heat. This system right here is a very simple suppressor cover, simply slips over and then tightens. And then this one's an interesting one. If you don't want to have a suppressor cover on your gun all the time, you just don't like them maybe shifting around, maybe your suppressor cover does that, you can throw this on after visiting the range to protect your bag, your car, or whatever from your hot suppressor. Or if you don't have a suppressor, you just want to protect your barrel, that's a good way to go. Protection from extreme heat, that's new from Torchwear. That's it from this week. I'll see you again next week.